Hey guys, in this video today, I'm going to teach you how to digitize, cursive lettering for a hat in Chroma Inspire. All right, so let's go ahead and I already started a new file. Now click on the backdrop tool. We're going to import the artwork. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll just leave this on here like this. Take a screenshot, if you want to go ahead and follow along. But we are gonna in the show notes. I am gonna have this file downloadable as an RDE file, so you could edit, play with it, and embroider it however you want. So okay, I'm gonna go move on, and go ahead. I'm going to shrink it because this is way too big for a hat. I think if we go with like 5.3 inches, we should be good. Nah, we're still kind of too big. Let's try 2.8 for the height. All right, we're good there. And let me make it a little bit light. Okay, now we're good to go. All right. So this is basically remember for a hat, when you embroider on a hat, you don't start from left to right, how we read or see text. You should start from the middle out, you know. So we're gonna start with the S right here, and then we're gonna continue down to the U, and it's gonna be all. And will be one straight stitch without any stops or cuts or anything, or trims, I'm sorry, all the way to the very end here. And then we will have a trim at the end. And then after that, we're going to continue here with the letter T and the L and the E and the tail. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you what it looks like, the hat that I embroidered here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need only two of the tools here today, the classic satin, and to make the walking stitches to avoid the trims, the run stitch tool. All right, let's go ahead and start with the letter S here. Okay, remember, you use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in. Doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or a PC. So in fact, I'm going to start with actually this one, because I'm gonna do some so a little zigzag stitch here to avoid a separation later on. So I'm going to use this tool, and you could use any color you want. I'm going to use this blue color here. So I'm going to go ahead and start right here. Zoom in. And basically, I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch like this. And that will help avoid like those separations later on. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Hit enter. And put it on a realistic view. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm going to use my classic satin tool. Make sure it has the same color selected. All right, let me zoom in here. And I'm going to hold down command. Remember, we have a big curve here coming up. So you hold down the command key on a Mac, control on a PC, and you start, clicking away. All right, I'm command control clicking this whole curve here of the lowercase s. And I'm going to go up to here, and I'm going to stop right here. All right. We went under there. So with your shaping tool, you can go ahead and fix this really quick. That's good with me. So now you see where go back to the shape tool. See how the stop is here? I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. I'm going to put it up here, so I can continue walking stitch up to here. So now, this is how you avoid the trims. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up here, because I'm going to start up here now and go this way. So you hit enter. Switching back to my satin tool, and I'm going to click here. And now for the beginning of a letter, I just click. You see how the nodes are square. So now I'm going to hit command on command on my Mac, control on a PC, and the Chroma builds the curve for you. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here, and then over here. And you kind of if you want to see the line, you could take this view off, and you can see how where the line goes. So just going to continue here and here. Just control clicking here. I'm going to do this curve now. Now I'm going to control click here, and I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to let go of the control button, click here, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay. Let me switch back to realistic view. I like digitizing in realistic view. So I'm going to fix this curve here like so. Maybe move this angle line up here. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a walking stitch all the way up here to the top of the U. And we're going to start going down here this way like so. We're going to go down here and we're going to connect with this part right here. So get my run stitch. First, let me see where, okay, that's here. I'm going to move the stop to up here. Go to here, hit enter. Now I'm switching back to my satin tool. Holding command control for the curves. Now this one kind of goes straight, so I'm not going to really hold on to it now. I'm going to click one more time here like so. Now, before I seal it off here, right, I'm going to do like a sort of a little tab in here so that I'm going to do like a little tab here with the stitches so that we could begin this portion, and go up this way, and we won't get the separation of stitches later on. Kind of like this will function similar to the zigzag I did over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click here like so. Let me see, there's the beginning of the tab there. So I'm going to go here, then control click here. And now I'm going to hit enter here. So now my last stitch was over here. I'm going to move this to over here. And I'm going to grab my run stitch again. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to finish here like this. I'm going to hit enter. And now I'm going to start finish off with the sand tool again. I'm going to start here, kind of overlap it a little bit. Here I'm going to hit, I'm going to command click here, then here, and I'm going to go up to the tab up here. And go back here. And I'm going to overlap here, and then finish here. Okay, now, see there's a little tab here like this, right? Go to my shape tool, and I'm going to move this over here. All right, that looks good to me. Now I'm going to start right here. Since it ended right here, I'm going to start right here and go to down here with the satin tool. And we're beginning this part of the U. Now, if we weren't digitizing this for a cap, right? It's a lot easier to start from this side, in the letter H, and then go from left to right. It is, and the cursive, flows, and it's actually a little bit faster, and you don't need so many walking stitches with a run stitch tool. But since it's for a hat, this is how you have to do it. This is how you should do it. Now, I have seen hats embroidered from left to right with no problem. But let's go ahead with this. Now, it's very similar to what we did here. I'm going to go here. Wait, let me hit delete. I don't like where I was going. Finish here. Now from here, I'm going to start a walking stitch to go, this is the last stitch here. Actually, let me do it the correct way. I'm going to move this over here to the end. And now I'm going to start the walking stitch to go all the way here to the tip of the U. Hit enter. All right. I'm going to begin here. Just control clicking the whole time. Control clicking here. Now, I've said this in other videos before. If you hold down the space bar, you see how the cursor becomes a little hand, and you left clicked on your mouse, and you can move it. You move around your artboard. That's how I've been doing that this whole time. But if you've seen some of the other videos that we've been doing lately, I've mentioned that in the videos. But so that's how you do that. I'm clicking here. I'm going to stay straight here. And remember, I'm going to begin my little tab here. So I'm going to go up here and click here, go up here. And hit enter. Now I'm going to do a quick walking stitch from here to over here. And I'm going to start, actually, you hit you hit a Command or Control Z to undo, by the way. That is a shortcut for that. Or you could go up here to edit, undo, and it'll undo your last step. But see, it shows you the shortcuts here. Edit, undo, redo is Command Y. Okay, so let me go back to my my tool here. I'm going to start here because I'm overlapping it a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to move this red button up here, which is a stop. And again, I'm going to, let me see, I think this is a small area, so I think we're good with a little jump stitch over here. Actually, no, let me do a walking stitch too. So go here, finish it here with the walking stitch, hit enter. I'm going to click here and here. We're starting with a capital letter H here. Let me zoom out so you can see it. See? That's where we are so far. Gonna hit enter here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is there's a lot going on here now. I'm gonna do a walking stitch from here all the way to the top. Start here. Kind of make a little tab here. And then, we're going to do this part of the H right here. And I'm also going to do some of the zigzag stitches I did earlier here and here. So we can have those there. And we're going to finish this part of the H. I'm going to go to here, and then we're going to finish the rest of it. So let me get my tool here, and let me start my zigzag stitches. Again, the reason why I do this is to avoid the separation of stitches. This doesn't have to be beautiful, this part here. And this may seem complicated and tedious, but once you do this once or twice, you'll pick on it, you'll figure it out, and it's not hard at all. Okay, so now we got that one all done. I'm going to continue all the way up here to the top of the letter H. Hit enter. Go back to your satin tool, to the top. Now begin with the curve. Now you always want to, these are, when you're using the classic satin tool, you got to keep in mind, these are going to be your angle lines once you're done. So the less of those, the better. Remember, like I don't want to have, I don't have to be clicking here, then here, to do this. You could, use less of them like I'm doing here. Clicking here. Hit enter. Okay, now I'm going to move this over here. And we're going to finish this portion here. I'm going to get the walking stitch and go out to here, because remember, we have to overlap this a little bit and finish the tab there. So I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to start the overlap here. That should be good. Actually, I'm going to move this up a little bit. Let me zoom in here. Move this up a little bit. Drag up your angle line. And kind of do the same over here, even though you kind of don't have to. This is good. We're good there. Okay. Okay, now my final stitch is right here. You go with my shape tool. That's what this little box means. This is your final stitch here. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is really close. There's no need for a walking stitch here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my classic satin tool and start here. I'm gonna go across up to here. Hit enter. Okay, now from here, we're gonna travel all the way to. I'm going to do a walking stitch all the way out to here, right? And I'm gonna start this portion here, go up to here, and then go downwards. Finish this part, then go to up here, and then we're gonna close this portion off here. So back to my run stitch tool. If you want to, use less stitches. Let's move this stop to the top. Go back to my run stitch tool. Remember, I'm holding down spacebar. Go here to the tip of a little, I guess it's called, what is it, serif, or a little stylized line. Back to my satin tool. I'm gonna zoom in a little. Now we start building out your ladder. See how Chroma fills in that line for you? You can start, what I'm beginning to do here is tapering this out, because we're going to have stitches that are going to go down this way anyway. So you don't want to have a lot of stitching laying around. So I go up to here. I'm good here. Now I'm going to do a walking stitch from here to the top. Again, so far, so everything we've digitized up, this is going to start here, do all these letters like this without doing one single trim. That's the point of a walking stitch. Okay, I'm building this out here, starting my curve. Okay, I'm gonna click here, then here. Again, if you want to see the line here going down, you could click on this and you can see the gray, but it's not necessary, really. So I'm gonna make my little wedge in there, my little tab. Do one more. Go here. I'm going to hit enter. All right. Now I'm going to do from here a walking stitch up to here. Then we're gonna go back up, finish the H, seal off right here with the tab, and then we're gonna finish off right here. So let me back to my run stitch for the walking stitch. All right, zoom in there. I'm control clicking. All right, perfect. Now, remember the stop is over here. Just switch it over here to this side, and I'm going to start right here. So I have my little tab here, my little zigzag tab here. That's going to prevent the separation from the vertical lines that are going to be here for this sign, for this little bit of the letter here. I'm going to start here, click here, and we're going to finish this off, how we, just like all the other letters. Control click, control command click, depending on what machine you're using. This is a smooth taper, and I like to go at an angle and hit enter. See what we got so far. Beautiful. Now, going this way, left to right with cursive is a lot easier than going right to left. Trust me. Let's do a quick replay here. I'll move this along myself. See, that's the first stitch we did of the letter S. You see the walking stitch go up to the top. Now it's going to continue going down. Tells all that. And that's another walking stitch. I'm going to do this part here. Another walking stitch and close it up here. Now we're finishing the H. Looking good. Okay. Now here we will need to add a trim. So I'm going to click here. You go to your commands. You go to end command, trim. That's the last trim we'll have here for these letters here. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the letter T up here. I'm going to go from here to here. Well, I'm going to go here, stop here, and we're going to do this portion here like we did with the H. And then we're going to go and then we're going to go downwards. All right, so I'm going to start. Let me zoom in here. Okay, control click. Actually, before I do that, let me do my, I'm going to do my zigzag stitch. So I'm going to start doing the zigzag here and here. All right. Now go back to your, again, this doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it doesn't matter. The lines grow squiggly lines everywhere, just as long as it looks something like this. It doesn't have to be, this isn't going to be seen anyway after you embroider your design. So I'm control clicking here and here. Going up to here. Okay, so now I'm going to do a walking stitch that goes from here to here to this tip here. I'm going to begin to do this portion here of the letter here. We'll come back and fix this, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and click enter there. Grab my shape tool. Okay, that's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is, this is my last stitch was right here. I'm going to do a walking stitch. I'm going to do a walking stitch all the way here to the end. Start here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Hit enter. Okay, in this section here, just keep control clicking until you're done with the curved part. Clicking here, I'm going to overlap this a little bit. I'm going to finish off right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start off here. I'm going to go up a little bit. I don't like how those lines came out. Control clicking. Control clicking. Hit enter. Okay, now for this portion here, I'm going to do a run stitch. I'm going to start here and I'm going to do my zigzag stitch here. We'll go back over here. I'm going to finish this off here. Again, we could have also have gone up after this, you know, and just start up here. And then we could have finished it off like that too. There's so many ways of doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and overlap it. So we don't have any separations. Beautiful. I'm going to stop right here. Now I'm going to move my stop up here. And we're going to do a walking stitch to the top of this right here. So this is like an oval type shape. So I'm control clicking. Going over this one here. Click here. We'll do the same thing for this one here, and we're almost done actually. So this is the last stitch up here. I'm gonna grab my I'm gonna go here, go down here, and start doing my little squiggly lines here. And this will hide the separation, you know, because you will get that separation. Let's go back here, hit enter. I'm going to continue with here. And spacebar, go here, up here. I'll finish right here. Beautiful. Okay, now for this part here, hi, I'm going to, this is a stop here. Let me move it up here so that, you know, we're closer. I'm going to do a walking stitch all the way across. And since we have there's going to be a line going this way, and then there's going to be satin lines going this way here like this. And then we're going to have this going this way. So I'm going to do my little zigzag stitch right here to avoid any separations later on after it gets embroidered. So I'm going to go here, make sure I close it off right here. Then hit enter. So now I'm going back to my classic satin tool. I'm going to start here and click up here. I'm going to control click here. We're going to go up. We're going to do a loop now. Click here, control, command click here. Control, command click. Now, if you don't like the path you're taking, you could always just hit delete and it'll do one at a time. Okay. This is looking good so far. Kind of overshot there, but that's okay. Chroma will smooth it out. Command control click. We're going over this part here. Command control click. Click here. We are going all around. And I'm going to stop right here. Hit enter. Let's look at our letter E. Looks beautiful. Let me fix something I saw here with my angle lines here, or my shape. Let's see, we're good here. Let me bring this out a little more here. Hit enter. Now, this is a stop. We're going to do our little tail, and we are done with this one. Back to my satin tool. It's getting a little hard to see there. Let me take it off. Realistic view, actually. Okay, there you go. All right. I'm going to start here, go over here. I'm going to hit the control button. Since this is pretty straight, I'm not control clicking here. I'm sure you noticed that by the square nodes. But now I will have to start to hit the control button because we have this part of the tail. Control clicking here all the way to the end. And we are almost done with this design. Hit enter. Put it on realistic view. All right, let's do a quick replay. Put it as fast as it goes. Okay, we have our letter S, our walking stitches. You can see everything's looking good. This should embroider without any issues at all. Okay, here comes our first trim right here at the end of this portion here. That's our first trim. Now we're starting off here, combining our walking stitches with our satin stitches and doing those little buffers to prevent the separations. And there we go, we're done with this. Again, this file will be available for download in the show notes, the RDE file, if you don't want to digitize it. But again, if you do want to digitize it, I will throw in the file you download, I will throw in the Hustle logo, in a bitmap, so you can use that. So thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it so much. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, give us a like, and put comments. Anything that's on your mind, please lay it on here. Thank you.